All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. We're going to start going right into the charts. We're gonna change a few things around and just a quick shout out, Unconfiscatable, up on sale, and the Financial Summit up on sale. And we're going right into the charts. Let me make sure everything is streaming okay. And yep, and we have people in the live chat. Excellent. All right. Look at the charts. We're going straight into the weekly chart. The weekly chart, while starting to show some life here towards the end of the week, it is on. It's starting to show some life. You have a little bit of a wick at the bottom. However, it still has a bearish body. It still has a red body. Today is already Sunday, and with about half a day to go, we will see if this candle can close as a green candle. This candle will also close as a red one on the sequential system, and therefore it creates this neutral element to the weekly scale. If I was an intermediate term trader, I would neither be long nor short. I would rather be in cash. If I was holding the position since early on at a much lower price, I wouldn't mind being long. And if I was short the position anytime after August, I still would not mind being short because the intermediate trend is certainly down. The year-long trend is certainly up. And the trend from 2 years ago is still down. We remain about 60% below the all-time high. So you really want to keep that in mind. I personally think it'll take longer than most people believe for us to break the new all-time high. I would like to be wrong on this, but at the moment, that's what it's looking like. So we are still about 60% below the all-time high, which is significant. It's a significant number. Bitcoin can catch up on that quickly, but as of now, this is what we're looking at. There's another depth cross coming between the moving averages that I have on the screen, which are the 21-week moving average and the 50-week moving average. I used to use the 7-week moving average. I didn't find it to be all that useful. I'm finding this 21-period moving average to be a little bit better. It's not too short. It's not too long. It didn't support the price perfectly back in July 2017. And then once again in September, maybe a slightly more reactive moving average would do better. But I like to stick to the numbers I have. See, this was very good support, and this was very good support, and this was very good support, going back all throughout 2016. Didn't do a great job in 2015, but early 2015, good rejection right there. And yeah, not the best of reactions in 2013. So I am struggling to find the perfect short-term moving average on the weekly scale. But it's more of the overall trend. And right now, this short-term 21-week moving average is about to cross below the 50-week moving average. Now, the two longer-term moving average are still trending up. In fact, the 200-week moving average, I don't believe ever really traded down. It has only traded up in its history. We would like to keep it that way for Bitcoin. It would be nice for Bitcoin to stay above this moving average, but even if it dips a little bit below and then comes back above, the moving average will continue to only trend upwards. And we'll see where that goes. Here's the daily chart. The daily chart is showing some good signs. Still has a long way to go. This line here should actually be green. Let's make it green. It's a resistance line that if we cross, Bitcoin can really pop to the upside. So at the moment, while a few days ago, this chart was looking very, very weak, right now it's looking fairly strong. We are back above this green line here at 72.75, which is a good sign for Bitcoin. The sequential has also given you a long trade based on the daily scale with the green 2 going above a green one. The big question is, would I take this trade? And the answer is probably not. And I'll tell you why. Because there is 3 levels of overhead resistance here. You have the moving average, which is sliding down. This is the 50 period moving average, which is generally significant in most markets. Not as much for Bitcoin, but it's a moving average you want to pay attention to. The 50 period moving average is about to become resistance. The setup trend line is about to become resistance. All of that takes place between 7,400, between 7,500 and 7,650. That is 2 very critical elements of resistance. If Bitcoin can cross above those elements of resistance, we can then see a nice pop up to, and I'm going to shorten this arrow here, up to the 128-day moving average. Now, keep in mind, the overall trend here is still declining. You are still in a bear trend since the top back in June. Okay, so certainly keep that in mind. You need to get over all of this resistance in order to really be bullish in the market. Okay. All right, how we doing on the live chat, guys? Okay, hey, keep in mind that if you want to support this YouTube channel, please check out vays.com affiliates page. And if you're going to sign up for any of these companies, if you're using TradingView, VPNs, exchanges that are US regulated and approved, exchanges that are not for US citizens, if you're not a US citizen, please check out the affiliate page of my website. Unconfiscatable is on sale. We have a great lineup of speakers for that conference. And the financial summits are going to happen in the Dominican Republic in April and Bali, Indonesia. Okay, I don't think there's really anything else interesting for us to cover. Here are the shorter term charts. Those are arrows. Those aren't trend lines. The 12-hour chart isn't really that different from the daily. The 4-hour chart is not that interesting. Basically, the daily chart is starting to be bullish, but it's about to run into overhead resistance. The weekly chart is completely neutral. I'm still waiting. It's the weekend, so everything else is pretty much closed. I'll take 1 or 2 questions from the live chat. There's really no reason to look at the traditional markets today because they have been closed over the weekend, and we will wait till after the weekend. I am curious how the top 10 performs at year end for the year. At the moment, it looks like Binance is the BNB token is the only token that outperformed Bitcoin out of the crypto top 10. Nothing interesting, nor GameStop. That's I don't know the last time I checked GameStop. Let's take a look at GameStop. I am curious myself. Let's take this over to the equities. Let's go to the US stocks list. And let's look at GameStop. Oh, I'm in the futures market. GameStop Corporation. Let's see how they're doing. I'm very curious. Oh, wow. Look at this cluster of resistance. Had no idea GameStop was down this much. Wow. Wow. All right, so let's take a look. GameStop had a beautiful sequential and combo 13 right at the low. 1 candle off the low. You had a sequential and combo 13. That ran you into a 9. You had a 1 to 4 candle correction, textbook. Bounced off the moving average, again, textbook. Rallied, almost got to a 9. Pulled back a little bit, bounced right off the golden cross, again, textbook. Ran into the setup trend line, a 9 aggressive 13 plus sequential 13 all in the same candle. All of this is coming from this 9 that started the upward trend. So far, this is pretty textbook and tradable. Wow. Pulled back, started a new countdown phase. This combo 13 is coming from this 9 back here. That completes all of the countdowns. This new aggressive 13 is coming from this secondary 9. You ran into yet another 9. Topped the market, very textbook, unsequential. A little bit longer than a 1 to 4 candle correction, leading to the possibility of further downside. Did not break setup trend, which is kind of important. Completed the sequential 13 from this 9. Still waiting for the combo 13 to complete from that 9. Let's see where we are in the combo countdown. Oh, why isn't volume working? I don't really need it, but that was earnings. Okay. Let me, I'm very curious here. So I'm going to change this to be the combo count. I'm curious where the combo is. We are on a combo 12. So we're just waiting for the combo 13. The way to get a combo 13 is to get a new closing high. You need a high higher than, you need a close higher than this candle. So you need a brand new yearly close or 2-year close, wherever it is, right? Maybe not 2-year. No, definitely not 2-year. We need a new swing high close to complete the combo 13 from this particular 9 here. From that last, wait a minute. No, not the last 9. This combo 13 is from here. You still have 2 combo 13s in the background. This is the new code, guys. I'm also like almost testing the new code. So for the new code, this gets very interesting, right? I have this, which I may or may not release. Where is it? TI dashboard. Is it dashboard? Shit. Oh boy. See, I haven't had time to test this. I don't know if that's the latest one. I gotta get on another call with my developer. It's gotta be in my script. It's not, it wouldn't be an invite only. Did that not work? Where'd it go? Oh no, that's the old one. Okay, never mind. I'd have to. No, I have to install it. Never mind. Okay, forget it. So what do we have now? I would not be in this stock right now, and I'll tell you why. Because it is below all of the moving averages. But I like the moving average consolidation. I think GameStop has a chance to go back up. Interesting stock to look at. I would not trade it at this point. It's also a very cheap stock. It means it could potentially get bought out. I'm not sure who would buy them out, but it could potentially be a buyout situation, like a private equity buyout. Wow, this stock was at the top of the world. From 60 down to 5. I think you can definitely go back up to the $10 range, but I would not touch it until it starts approaching new swing highs. It needs to get above this moving average cluster. I think Bitcoin will struggle to break that 1,000, guys. I need Bitcoin to prove me wrong. We will see. All right, I think that's it for me. Nothing really going on in the stock market. I'll take a look at the S&P. The weekly chart closed very nicely. Next week is going to be huge. I don't like entering in something that's so overextended. The time to enter was when it broke to new all-time highs. The time to enter is not now. Even though the sequential is a green 2 above a green 9, I don't like how overextended it is, especially versus the 200 moving average. Weekly or daily doesn't matter. Here's the daily. I don't even have moving averages here. And you can close that one now. The daily closed on a shooting star, but the sequential counts are still very positive. You're in the countdown phase to 13. You're in the setup phase for a double 9. Monday is really going to be interesting. Your MACD is bullish, fully bullish. No concern there. Your RSI is overbought, but it needs to come out of overbought, so no concern there. So we got to see how the market opens tomorrow. We really do. And gold's been rallying, which is interesting. I'm really curious what happens next. If gold can break out above 1550, above the setup trend line, gold could be very, very bullish, which is interesting because the stock market is very bullish. That's not normal. Like I would need to think about how to explain that. All right, guys. I have another question. Hey, Cryptos Chain. Let's see what you got. Do you think we found some kind of a stability above 7,000? It seems like each time we go below, we recover above 7,000. Perhaps it's the equivalent of the months we've been at 3,000. I don't think so. To me, this stability at 7,000 reminds me personally more of everything I heard back here at 6,000, where we had stability, and every time we fell below 6,000, we rallied until we didn't. So I don't see it that way. See, the difference is over here in the $3,000 range, we were slowly making new swing highs a little bit and higher lows a little bit. And then this whole consolidation was upwards trending. This is back in early 2019. That is not what's happening here, right? We just made a new swing low. We have not made any new swing highs. We're consolidating after dropping from 14,000. And generally, that's a bearish sign, not a bullish sign. So I don't see this anything like the consolidation back in December, January, February. Remember, I was in a long trade here. Did I think we were going to rally to 14,000? Of course not. But I was in a long trade. I was even a bigger short-term bull than someone like Willie Woo that said there is a 95% chance that the bottom is in. I said there was a 40% chance that the bottom is in. I was still looking for new lows. But on a shorter-term scale, I was a bigger bull. On an intermediate-term scale, I was a bear, and he wasn't a bear at all. Okay? So right now, I do not see this as anything like this. Okay? We were also bouncing off the 200-day moving average. And here we have so much room to go to the 200-day moving average that we can still fall to the 200-day moving average, bounce, and still be in the overall bullish trend from early 2019. Okay. TFX from the alerts channel. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I have not been paying attention to the alerts channel all that much. Let me go take a look. Alerts channel, TFX. Okay, so this was posted, I believe, yesterday. Let's take a look. So here's what we posted. Ooh, interesting. That is a 9 and an aggressive 13. After a big run-up, Teleflex. Never heard of it. Let's go look at the live chart. What am I misspelling here? There it is. Last one, then I gotta go. So, oh, interesting. You see, the candle didn't close that way. So we notified that it was a 913, but by the time the candle closed, it was no longer a 913. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm on a different scale. That's on a weekly scale. There we go. There we go. On a weekly scale. This is overextended, and it is certainly due for a pullback. However, let me tell you why I am bullish this name. I am bullish this name because of this double top situation. I don't see anything here other than a short-term pullback. I don't see a huge reversal. This is one of those nines where if you're long, you take your profit and you wait for new trading opportunities. You wait for a pullback and then you go back in. Okay. I am not too scared. The daily chart hit a 9 as well, didn't stay as a 9, and is now pulling back. So I would not be long at the moment, but I'm not really concerned for the intermediate term trend. Whatever this stock is, they're certainly doing something that GameStop isn't, because they're continuing to go up and up and up. So they're clearly having some kind of profit and some kind of revenue. Okay. So it looks good to me. Look, it consolidated for an entire year and then broke out. So the time to really buy these things, and Tesla did something similar. So don't ever be scared of buying things that are breaking all-time highs. And the longer it took to break the all-time high, the more confident it is. Now, look at this. There was a double 9 here. Maybe not a double 9, actually. I think there was separation. There was a 9 pulled back right into the area of the breakout and then accelerated. So these are your buying points. Your buying point is the breakout. I mean, this is kind of subjective. I like to use the latest swing high. So it would be like here is a nice breakout buy. You know, you got to take your profit on the 9s. Even if you took your profit on the first 9, that's a good place to take your profit. Nice pullback here, unexpected. Bounce right off the reversal candle and the moving average. Take your profit on the 9. You may or may not get back in. Tricky area. Another 9. Pull back. And then probably going to be challenging here because it wasn't perfectly rebounding. And yeah, it looks good. Whatever the stock is doing, I have no idea what sector it's even in. But I mean, I think you can get a pullback, but certainly higher in the future. The double 9 on Tesla. All right, promise, last one. Ooh, I would not be in Tesla right now. I like Tesla. I think it will be great, but clearly the market is telling you to get out. If you guys remember the video from December, early December, I clearly said this is the kind of 9 I would not get out of the market on because it's so close to a double top. I'm bullish. But this is the kind of 9 I am out. I'm taking my profit. I'm getting out of Tesla, and I may even consider a short. It's very, very tricky. I would have this on a very tight leash. If I'm shorting Tesla, my stop loss is literally the all-time high, which is maybe 1%, not even. From here to there it is, 1%, $4 on a $400 stock. Okay, now it wouldn't be exactly there. I would give it like another $1. Like if I was short Tesla going into tomorrow, which I really wouldn't. The market is bullish. That's what's challenging. The market is bullish, but Tesla got out of control. And I think Tesla is going to pull back. The combo 13, I trust the 9. This is the combo. Where is the sequential at? Let's go back to the sequential. Sequential is on a 10. You can have a couple of more days here. A couple of more days. This is the 10 sequential from this last 9. I would definitely not be long. I would potentially be in a very, very small short with a very tight stop loss of 436 and maybe 50 cents. Okay. Because I think Tesla can pull back, and because it's so overextended, this is definitely a tradable to the downside. Maybe a lot of people went out and like bought their Teslas for the holidays, and they could take a little bit of a break. All right, guys. Thanks for these things. The Federal Reserve Bank printing fake dollars. Well, they're printing real dollars, not fake dollars. Yeah, I would certainly use options to limit my risk exposure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you want to support this channel, please check out the affiliate codes. Oh, and I forgot to mention. Hey, check out this video that we did. This is the poker. This is our poker game from last year. Little highlight video. It's only about a minute and a half long. It was Max Kaiser's birthday. You'll probably recognize some cameos. There's Doug Polk. There's myself. That was ugly. There's Jimmy, Leon. I'm sure Tyler is there somewhere. I recognize a lot of the players. Really cool stuff. Probably mute it. So there it is. Yeah, so really cool. This was our poker game. There's Leah. There's Ugly. I'll play this another time for you guys. It was great. So Unconfiscatable is certainly on sale. A poker game, amazing conference. We have Seyfedin now, and Willie Wu, and Jimmy Song, Max Kaiser, Trace Mayer, Adam Back. I can name speakers all day. It's a really good conference. And of course, the Financial Summit. All right, guys, please don't forget to watch the retirement video. It's still, a year is not over. Please think about retirement accounts and how they actually function and how they are meant to grow your assets. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to stop the screen share. We're going to do some changes in the new year. I'll try to make this channel better. I'll try to be a much more happier tone. We'll go right into the charts. We're not going to waste time in the beginning going forward. Maybe waste some time at the end, but not at the beginning. I've been rewatching a lot of my videos. Going to try to correct a couple of things. And we will try to make this channel better and try to grow it because my audience has certainly been declining. And we need to, reverse that. Try to be a little bit cheerier to the shitcoins, which I think they're still going to die. But we'll see what happens there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one. Happy New Year.